But we decided to organize this competition because we're an open access publisher. So we want people to access the articles and build innovation on top of that for research communities, but as well to help researchers in their work chains, so in their daily work. So Loop was as well in particular built as an open network so that others can come in and build their products within this network. We don't have all the creativity, we don't have all the time, we don't have all the money to build all the great products that one can do when you accumulate top-end researchers within a network. So others need to come in and build on top of that. So I'm particularly now very happy to see such creativity and originality coming out of this competition with exactly the type of products that we need, such as building translation services on top of the research articles. This is only possible because this is an open access publisher. If the articles were in the dark internet behind a subscription paywall, you would never be able to build these types of products. So this is just the right thing to disseminate research even further, but as well like extracting, for example, protocols out of the articles and building a tool to compare protocols, which one is more efficient, more useful, discuss around that, is a beautiful creative product that again is enabled by open access articles and is exactly the type of product that we would like to see on top of the research network to be disseminated inside there. To us, this was a beautiful experience. We didn't have many expectations when we started this. It was an experiment. We did design Loop with the intention for it to be open and for others to come in and integrate. But when Gonzalo actually suggested this competition, there were not many expectations on us. We just thought it was a wonderful idea and let's do this. And so, as I said, I'm particularly pleased to see such original ideas and products coming out of this. I think they're great projects. Projects such as the translation of research articles is a wonderful thing. As an open access publisher, we want our research to be as widely disseminated as possible. If you can translate it now into a new language to make it even more accessible to specialized research communities, but maybe even as well the public, because they can only read it in their particular language, this is exactly what we want. Building as well stuff. One idea was, I think, to build multimedia slideshows, videos to share via the Loop network. This is exactly as well what researchers need, what they want. So I'm very happy about this idea as well. Another idea I think that came out of it was the protocols. Which is beautiful too. That again you can only do if you have access to the research articles, extract the information, build almost a type of artificial intelligence, let people compare protocols, discuss what is the best and the most efficient protocols for their research. It's beautiful. What were the other products? There was something else. There was the Loop app, right? That was beautiful to see that it was a young student in his first year to build a whole mobile app for Loop. So that was fun to see as well. A lot of creativity went into this.
Well, I think that all universities at this moment are trying to set up any kind of strategic partnerships with other entities, both in the public and the private sector. In this case, we have the opportunity to have this kind of program, an agreement with Frontiers, which is also a company located in our center, in the incubation center at the university. And then we have tried with this kind of program to cooperate with them, not just simply contracted RTD program, but just to stimulate the creation of new ideas, a new business idea that could be used and launched on the basis of the business team that are presented at the conference, coming from the rest of the university. Well, the competition is following the same kind of structure we are using in the actúaloop program. Actúaloop program is the general program for the university in order to stimulate the creation of startups and spin-offs on the basis of business idea presented by teams composed by students and faculty members of the university. In this case, we are trying to use the same kind of approach, but instead of having a general scope, we were focusing the competition to some priorities set up by frontiers. Then the idea is just to replicate the same kind of structure, but in this case with a better and closer interaction with the company, where the business team have received some support, from mentoring support from experts from frontiers. Well, I think that I was in the jury, and the fact it was quite difficult to select the best ones. We will see today that all of them are, in fact, extraordinary projects that could have a good development and maybe to be introduced in commercial products and services. And then I think it's also a good experience, because a frontier could also realize that at the end this kind of business ideas could support the merging of new and interesting things for the future.
Well, my team started with a simple idea of Frontier Satellite, be able to spread the scientific knowledge among the different languages. And they started to this simple idea until and find first of all what we provide to be able to find this goal, and well, they start studying the technical part and build this idea until the end. Well, my experience with the team was great. I mean, we focused on the technical part at the beginning, and for me, I was not too involved in that part. I let them work by their own. And after that, we have a process of several meetings of how to distribute our force to be able to have a final product, or kind of a final product for the presentation, and we was focused on the main thing, Frontier Satellite. Well, if I have to say a highlight for the competition, I will say opportunity and ideas. Opportunity because it's a great opportunity for students or to face this challenge in real life of build a spin-off or a startup based on ideas. I mean, they have this idea and we give the opportunity to build on top of that. Well, I think they should evaluate and listen the recommendation that they can get from here, get some feedback, and decide whether they want to move on with this startup, the spin-off, or this product.
My team was incredible. They have a clear idea of what they want to achieve from day one. They provide a different set of tools for enrich the experience of work experience, and they have a real good plan for including all these tools inside the Loop web pages. And they extend the functionality of the profile pages that we bring in the network with a lot of real-time experience in order to enrich with collaborative tools, in order to create seminars, to add videos, to have real-time conversation and presentation in order to create an amazing experience. For me, the highlights of this contest was openness. We want to open our platform to new people, new ideas, new students, new partners. And in order to achieve that, we thought that this contest would be a terrific idea. What we want is to allow others to extend the loop experience in order to get crazy ideas that never cross our minds for extending all the different loop pages. And we wanted to discover what others can offer in order to simplify the integration with our systems, for maximize the collaboration among our users in order to bring life to a social network, and of course to create a terrific user experience with advanced features that we don't have currently because we never thought on that. The experience with my team was incredible. These guys are really open-minded and have a lot of skills. They are really adaptive in the different checkpoint meetings that we have. I throw them several challenges in order to, hey, we can try this, or we can check if this works or not, and they are really open to try the different ideas that come in that meetings. And I also have to remark that this team has a really fair play attitude. They discover several things in the documentation that could be improved in order to make easier life to other teams, and they have no problems at all to say, hey guys, we thought that this parameter or this thing in the documentation, it will be clear if you express that way. And of course, this change was updated immediately in order to make the life easier to other teams. My team has made an impressive work, and I recommend them to continue working in that direction, investing effort for doing what they do best, and I can wait for seeing what they are able to create. So I really think that the sky is the limit.
For us, it means a lot because we are on the first year of our career, of our college, and this chance has allowed us to develop on how to create a startup and how to develop a product. So we have enriched ourselves, and we have now more knowledge about how to pursue this thing. The next steps of our platform, of our idea, is going to be the continuing the development of this idea, because we have it almost ready to send, to publish. And now that we have been one of the finalists of this competition, it means a lot to us to continue doing what we have been working on.
Our project is oriented to help researchers finding the best journal to publish their results using a visual tool that takes into account as many criteria as the researcher may need. It's been a very good experience. We have had the possibility to implement an idea we had from some time, and it's been very good to have an award from the organization, because this means that we have properly identified the problem and solved it with a good solution.
Well, it's a project that is specifically made for Frontiers, so the decision is up to them, but in fact I have made some contacts that people are working on similar projects, and I think there's a huge ecosystem of developers and researchers that can benefit from this solution. And also, being open source, there is a huge and very large community of people that can extend the project on their own and whatever they want with it. It was very nice to meet the Frontiers team. At least my mentor was a very great person, and I met a lot. I learned a lot with this competition, and I think it's a nice experience. The overall experience is very good, and it was fun. Essentially, it was very fun.
Well, to me it has been, firstly, not to be only seated in the university doing the typical activities like researching or teaching, but being closer to the publishing services, to the publishing companies, in one word, to the publishing utility, looking a platform like the Loop. Well, due to the startup is created in the past, my following steps will be to contact with different universities to show interest in the platform and try to introduce equipment for different universities and research groups.
Of the actúaloop competition, we will highlight the possibility to work with a real company, especially in our field, in the research field. So we have worked with Frontiers and Loop, that are a very huge company, and that's a very good opportunity to make ideas real and not only finish with a prototype, but with a real product. Well, our project is integrating video conference, editing software and recommendations with the Loop profile, and in the future we could integrate it inside the Loop network to provide this functionality to all the Loop users. We have most enjoyed the teamwork because we have a very good team that we have worked together in many projects, and also to participate in a real competition against other teams, but also collaborating with this company, with Loop and Frontiers.